All right, if you're going to follow along with the saga of the sauna, this was a kit. It was probably about 4 grand shipped from China. The material is what they're calling a hemlock, which is right here. And it has the properties of a fir, really. It's pretty dry, cracks easy, so I'm staining it. I don't want to get into too much of how poorly constructed this thing was. I did this already in a couple videos, so I'm trying to make it better. The straps, the stainless steel straps, the problem is, and I'm guessing at what was going on here, but seems to me that when they were putting that thing together, they were overstressing this and they cross-thread this threaded rod here with these nuts, and you got to a point where you couldn't change it. You couldn't really adjust it. And so, excuse me, that was a problem. So the tip I want to give you is get yourself one of these big heavy-duty ratchet straps. Okay, I got this one at Home Depot. It's pretty cheap. I just bought 2 of these today from Harbor Freight. 10,000 pound braking strength, pretty heavy-duty, thick stuff. It's got this nice flat hook on it. What I like about that is I can take this thing here and that's a pretty strong system. This is way strong. Now, my suggestion is, if you're going to assemble one of these, use a strap like this to hold it together, and then put your stainless steel straps on and get them where you want them. All right. Now, I can't get these straps. I contacted a company up in the Pacific Northwest on Friday, paid $189 just for shipping for overnight. They were supposed to ship out yesterday, be here today, and I got a note late last night from them saying they were out of stock. It was going to be about $490 altogether. So I had them refund me my money. I went to Harbor Freight. These straps were $19.99 a piece. I put a heavy-duty zip tie on this to keep this from going anywhere. Nobody can come along, just lift up on it and undo it. I'm going to cut this and hit it with a lighter, all right, so it won't fray. And these 2 straps that'll be on here are going to live there. And that's what's going to hold this thing together. I did a bunch of research on DIY, excuse me, saunas. A lot of people are using regular skinny ratchet straps to hold these things together, which I wouldn't trust. And I'm not telling you that this nylon strap is going to outperform a stainless steel strap. I don't think it will. However, I think this strap is going to last at least as long as the wood will. I think the stainless steel strap will last longer than the material would. So you don't really need it, is what I'm getting at. So that's how I'm doing it. Now, there's going to be a metal roof on this that you'll see next. And I've been aging that down. I started doing that yesterday, and I'll get into that process. So that's going to float up off this roof a little bit, so there'll be an airspace underneath. And the idea by putting a floating metal roof is it's not touching the wood. You're not going to have any rot there. Air flows under it, and it protects this thing. It'll also protect those straps at the top where the sun would normally be beating down on them and making them want to fall apart over time. I personally think that this system is going to be absolutely fine for a very long time. Might get 10 years out of this thing. Now, if I was going to build one of these from scratch, somebody wanted to hire me to do it, I would use 8-quarter cedar or cypress. Those would be my 2 choices for the material for one of these things. And now that I've played with this now for several days, there's nothing to it. This structure, there's really nothing to it. Making this is not a big deal. Really, the whole thing boils down to the unit inside here, which we don't even have wired up yet. So once I'm done staining this, I got to get the roof on. I got to mount that on the wall, put the benches back in, and then we'll see. The electrician's going to be here Thursday. Today's Tuesday. And hopefully we'll get all that in and it'll be working and everything will be cool. It's just a bummer that I had to go through all this. But it's going to be fine. It's going to be better than intended. And that's all that really matters, right? It's looking pretty good in that color. I'm almost done staining it right now. I'm about to put the other strap on. And then I'm going to get that cheesy strap off the back there. And we'll be golden. So I just figure I'd give you guys kind of an update with this. This might be the finished video too. This might just be the first 5 minutes of that. So stick around. Okay, so this is coming along nicely. They look pretty good to me. These two here have got one coat on them. So I'll spray them down a couple more times, and let's go take a look at that sauna. Still a lot of mess to clean up here, but stains looking good, straps look good. Got to cut them and trim them, but that's where you want to, even if you got the stainless steel bands, you want to make sure your turnbuckles are down low like that. And I'll be adding that material you just saw up on this roof. And I don't know what I'm going to do here. I might protrude it a little bit here, and then take it from here and cut it on a slight angle forward, kind of round that around. And on the back side, I intend to hang it over past the back a ways, a foot or so. And then the same thing here. So if it's out this far here, this is my finger, as I bring it down here, it's going to taper in tight to the wood. So you can still walk around this thing without catching the metal. And then that overhang, the idea is that that'll protect the back side of this from the sun, from getting all beat up. I mean, that's the plan, Stan. Is it going to work? I think so. I think it'll work. These are great, as I mentioned earlier. In case I wasn't clear, get 2 of these straps, or the yellow ones, and you put this together, put them on here, get this super tight, and then apply your stainless steel bands. We're going to live with these for a while. I don't know if we're ever going to put the stainless steel bands on them. On it. I don't think it needs it. I think these will be fine. So next you'll see of this, the roof will be on. All right, got the overhang here that protects the back, and see how good this looks now. Rounded the corner here. We got more screws to put in on the roof itself, but that's the patinaed roofing on this sauna. Yeah, so I put these, I linked a bunch of these together. I think it was 5. There's 4 rows of 5. And then these just register right on there, and I put some screws in. I might flare this out a hair at the bottom, like make a little shim, just to make the water deflect. I don't necessarily need it. I used the nylon ratchet straps because the stainless steel ones were broken, if you guys have been following along. These will be fine for now. And pretty good, looking good. There it is. Got the rusted patina corrugated metal roof on there. Looking good. Again, I'm using these ratchet straps here. They're super heavy duty. They're going to be fine. At some point, if we want to put the stainless steel straps on, we can do that. I don't think we're even going to need to. And I mean, if you had to loosen this up for some reason, you can. I don't think you will. And then I did this cut here. So we got an overhang here now. All right. You see. So that should protect all that end grain, and that sun comes up pretty high here, and that should cast a nice shadow right down onto the back here. So at the same time, plenty of room for everything to air out back here as well. I also put a little cap on the top of this fence. Looking good there. So there you have it.